Hi folks, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Singh Rana, reporting for May 13th, time about 500 hours IST, India Standard Time, which is 5 a.m. in the morning. So this is my reporting time where I'm reporting. You can see my snapshot over here. I'm just sharing that snapshot just so that imposters, impersonators, scammers around my neighborhood and in India can be debunked. So folks, we are going to cover a lot of major developments around the globe. But first come first, let's see what's going around with Diddy Combs. Diddy Combs has, the trial has begun and the jury has been selected with 8 men and 4 women that have been selected for jury. And there are a lot of concerns by a lot of people that how come this is a sex trafficking case and how come there are more of males than females, because typically sex trafficking case or female abuse, sex abuse, hostages case can be better decided by females, as it's always evident. Even I've run through my personal life earlier that I was a victim of fake and fabricated by 2 India ladies, females, and again in both the cases they were teamed up together, but that court, because we don't have jury here, but the court judge was always female, so all the time. So because whenever there is such cases, it's better to have females females get into jury so that they can give better perspective of what should have gone through the female. So anyways, this case trial has begun. Both defense and the prosecution has laid their initial viewpoints, where the prosecution has said that this is a clear case of sex trafficking. They are not considering to debate or contest on the domestic violence case, because there are both the parties, aggrieved parties have said that both of them, male and female, have faced the domestic violence. So both of them have pointed the fingers. So the defense and the prosecution has set aside the domestic violence case because that doesn't make sense, because both are accusing each other. On the other side, the sex trafficking case has become more and more prime, with Diddy Combs being accused of trafficking, running a sex trafficking ring, and basically engaging with females for prostitution, and trying to bring to his palace, or wherever his residence was, numerous places. All the females were being transported under his command and order, and they were being prostituted, or put in prostitution, or being thrown to the devils or the wolves, who are going to basically have forced sex on the females without their consent. So this is the main event here. The consent is not there, because the first witness has taken the stand today on May 12th, basically in the US, and they have already laid the foundation that this is a case of forced sex without consent, and it's not 1 or 2 cases, but it's multiple cases, and all these cases since past 20 years have been collected by prosecution, and they're going to set forth witness one by one. So it's past 20 years of Diddy Combs engaging in sex trafficking of females, abuses of female, and a lot of other things, activities which were basically indicating he was misusing his high profile image, which is basically of being a music mogul. He was misusing that image, that high profile given to him, and he was using it for sex trafficking females, abusing them. Even in the case of Cassie Ventura, you can see over here on the screen, the case is laid, set forth that even she was getting abused sexually. So this is not just 1 or 2 females, it is many females, and for past 20 years he has been relentlessly engaging with sexual acts. So wherever these cases appear, folks, I tell you the background is very important, that if you find the consistency of the females getting abused and the statement coming forward, even if it's the oral, it's not reached the court, the prosecution has enough evidence to start the case of sex racketeering or sex trafficking, or the person abusing multiple females. So was the case in Harvey Weinstein, so was the case in Epstein, Glenn Maxwell, the girlfriend of Epstein, who were assisting in prostitution, in running a sex trafficking of minor girls. Again, the same case for R. Kelly, what not. The list goes on and on and on. So these people have basically developed the habit. They are habitual offenders. Whenever you look at their case, their background, you'll find they become habitual offenders of sexual abuse, and they can't live without that, without abusing females or prostitution or running a sex trafficking ring. So in this case, the prosecution is laying very good foundation, and judgment will be decided based on jury and the evidence laid forth that this is past 20 years of Diddy Combs high profile sex racketeering case, and it involves transportation. The main part is transportation, transporting females. So whenever such activities are happening, there is definitely a case of transportation. And the transportation case is quite important, that who was transporting these females, because that person, that vehicle, that organization is always involved in sex racketeering. So everywhere the same foundation is laid. Even what I'm trying to debunk now, I'm trying to expose where I'm residing here, Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, was the hub of sex racketeering, sex trafficking of females and transportation of females, the terrorism of hostages by the India Abusive Males organization or association over here since 2023. And the right political wing was involved of the ruling party BJP of India, was always involved. Their members were involved in taking hostages, terrorizing females, having them get raped by their team members since 2023, which is Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. India government is not interested in debunking these terrorists, the raping terrorists, taking hostages and terrorism in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, because they have vested interest. So it's very strange that the copy, the daily diary being maintained at the villa over here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, where the females were trafficked, they were trapped, they were lured, they were threatened, they were terrorized, they were placed in some room residence villa. The daily diary copy, the daily diary list of visitors or abusers is missing now. All of a sudden, that thing is not available to people. And I don't know who runs this sex trafficking, but I see I am not involved. I have already been debunking that this is going around since I've been putting up videos, Instagram, Facebook. You can check my post and on emails that this is going on over here. This is sex racketeering, sex trafficking. There are hostages being taken of the females, being abused, terrorized, that if you don't get raped by our teammates or by us, then we'll burn the residence of your loved ones, or we're going to kill the loved ones. That's the same theory goes around with all the pedophiles or the sex trafficking people. Same is Diddy Combs, same is with Epstein, same was with Harvey Weinstein, same was with R. Kelly. The list goes on. So in this case, I do find, I'm predicting that in my observation, in spiritual sense, I think Diddy Combs will be convicted. And maybe there'll be debate or there'll be plea bargain that how much of sentencing is to be issued, but he's convicted, folks. That's what I see ahead. So we'll see. All my predictions, even before Epstein case was there, I predicted Weinstein, I predicted that he'll be convicted. R. Kelly, I predicted. All those other people, Glenn Maxwell, I have predicted before she was convicted that she'll be convicted. So all these pursuing for last 15 years the matters of bringing justice, truth, freedom to all people, all humanity, no gender bias. So without gender bias, bringing that freedom and liberty. So you can see over here, I am always laying this foundation that why India government is not releasing the copy, the daily diary list of visitors to rapists and terrorists who were visiting to the villa where the females were kept hostage, a residence room villa over here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. Galaxy Enclave is the real estate, and the property owners all complicit, and the staff were complicit in it, just like in Epstein. The staff was always complicit. They knew what is going on. Diddy Combs, they knew freak parties, what was going on, how the females were getting abused by the escorts, male or whatnot. So all these facts are there, but the daily diary list, the daily diary copy or copy of maintenance where that entry is taken, that who is visiting that specific villa where the female is kept for raping. Basically, females were raped, threatened. Most of the females raped belonged from Sikh faith. Yeah, it was belonged to Sikh faith, the Khalsa faith. They were being threatened here, and the right-wing political party of India, BJP, is all over the place. Their members are all over the place. That's why they are putting this under the carpet. And despite J.D. Vance visiting in April 2025, they did not discuss this topic because they knew the can of worms is going to get open. And all the list of the visitors, the rapists, the terrorists, taking hostage, threatening females over here in that specific room villa reserved for that purpose, the daily diary visitor list has to be scrutinized now by the international community, because it was international community who was involved in this, because they never thought it's going to become sex trafficking or terrorizing business or hostage business. They thought it's going to be a simple plain matchmaking sort of thing. And that's the whole dilemma, that's the whole weakness. These India people, the predators, perverts, pedophiles are very capable of scamming the whole nation. Yep, they're very well equipped with scamming the whole nation's leadership of the world. And now the Galaxy Enclave Jaipur, India is laughing behind the scenes that they made fool of international leadership. They're laughing that they got all the international visa, the visa of UK, France, Germany, Australia, Canada, the US. They got all the visas, and the original personality, Singh Rana, SJsrana, who I'm here exposing them, has got nothing, no money, no cash, no lottery, no visa, no car, no vehicle, no females, no girls, because I always objected this sex trafficking ring. So the other thing remaining, that the cash, lottery, visa, money was basically destined for me, for SJsrana, Singh Rana, but these Galaxy Enclave, the MS-13 type gangsters had already planned big time with mixing with the right-wing political party of India. They already planned how they're going to steal the shipment right from where it landed. I don't know, somewhere in Gujarat. That's my spiritual sense. Thereafter, they started following these thugs, these gangsters, MS-13 type people having connection with India right-wing political party, started pursuing this matter, following this matter right from where the ship landed, the shipment. You know what I mean. It was in Gujarat, somewhere in Gujarat, and they started, the MS-13 gang was on it. India MS-13 gang. And thereafter from Gujarat, they came here, and they basically rented a room just to befool people, the world leadership, that they are residents over here. They rented for some time, and just like thugs and MS-13 type gangsters, terrorists of India, they vanished in thin air, just like terrorists of India. So this is the largest terrorism of raping event which India government is totally ignoring. They are bombing here and there, but they are not bombing here. They are not launching a missile over here or bombing these people who have basically raped female on gunpoint or threat on terrorism since 2023 openly. And this is to be unearthed. I've already given all my YouTube videos. You can see I'm giving description all the time. I don't know, there seems to be some issue with commenting on YouTube of my channel at sjsrana, and I suspect state sponsored terrorism is behind the scene, which is basically blocking people to comment on my YouTube channel, which is at sjsrana. And the hate criminals of India, the Hitlers of India, are all present everywhere. That's why I keep repeating, folks, every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth tellers, and sjsrana, original personality Singh Rana. You should keep it in mind, bear in mind whenever you're talking of India. Okay, folks, on this war of India and Pakistan, where the recent ceasefire enabled by President Trump of the US has brought temporary ceasefire, but I tell you, folks, this is temporary. Why? Because the major issue between two nations, why they fight every time since 1947, Pakistan and India, is on Kashmir. The focal point, the main contentious point is Kashmir, and if Donald Trump doesn't resolve Kashmir issue, then there is no peace in the region. It is only temporary, buying like a temporary popcorns to have some snack fun time, but it's not a real meal, or it's not a deal. It's just like having munching popcorns and having fun. That sort of thing is ceasefire. It's not the end to the war between India and Pakistan. I've already predicted many times this is end time. I predicted in July 2024, hashtag MAY 2025 end times have arrived. And just as I predicted every time each year for last 10 years, I've been predicting these events. You can see what is going on. So folks, every time I'm trying to debunk these scammers, impersonators, thugs, devils, rapists, racist, fascist, MS-13 type gangsters around my neighborhood. Yep, they always follow me. Why? Because they're getting the bounties. They get to rape more and more females every day, because they know I'm not involved in picking up any females, girls from the sex trafficking industry of India, which is over $100 billion US dollar 100 billion US dollar industry, and it is involving over 100 million males, females of India. Daily they are doing this trafficking business. India is the largest sex trafficking business in the world. So when talking of Diddy Combs, sex trafficking industry, Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, or just like these people, girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell, you must always remember India has the largest sex trafficking, human trafficking industry in the world. And still India government is sleeping silent on it. It is only trying to look around where it can bomb. Outside of India, which nations it can bomb and throw missiles there. That's the only objective they have. They're not at all worried that this biggest cancer of India, which is sex trafficking, is growing day by day. It's already 100 million victims and $100 billion US dollar industry of India, which is sex trafficking, human trafficking. So folks, I've been reporting all this. I'm even reporting this to Supreme Court, to other dignitaries, to the world leadership, that since 2023, Galaxy Enclave Real Estate in Jaipur, India, has been running sex trafficking, grand larceny, dacoity on Surendra Singh Rana, sjsrana. In the name of sjsrana, they have done grand larceny. They have taken hostage of people who want to meet the original personality sjsrana, Surendra Singh Rana. They have always taken them hostage, terrorized them, threatened them, or made them befool, or made them look like idiots because they pass all misinformation. They give all wrong information that somebody has gone to call him, somebody has gone to see him to bring to you, or we have sent the message, or our guards are whistling around here and there. That's the message. All crap. I don't want to use that word, but all it is BS. It's all BS from them. It's all politically right wing of India involved in it, and a lot of corrupt government officials, including corrupt cops of India, are involved in it, specifically of Jaipur. This is all big cabal of sex trafficking, grand larceny, thug, dacoity, and the largest, you can say, fraud scam of India, involving all areas of frauds. Normally in India, if you see some fraud like Harshad Mehta, which was in 1990s, where there was a big stock scam on the BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, and NSE, National Stock Exchange, but it was only financial terrorism or financial fraud scandal. It was the largest scandal in history of India. Then you have 2G, 3G, 4G scam on the distribution of bandwidth to the corporates, where the corruption was involved. Then before scam, then you have fodder scam of Bihar, these are all largest scandals of India. Then you also have voter scam. I don't want to divulge much, but electronic voting machine rigged and hacked by hackers. So all these are scams, but some are evident, some they put it under the carpet. So folks, these people over here have been scamming the world leadership. That's the biggest thing. Then they have been scamming the females, raping the female, molesting them, terrorizing them, grand larceny, stealing stuff, partial shipment of all shipments of Surendra Singh Rana. The name written on the box, the shipment clearly says Surendra Singh Rana, and that's how they picked up the shipment, because they know that this person resides here. They knew the location. I have not changed the location over here in Galaxy Enclave property, Jaipur, India, since 2023, but they have never informed me an iota. They have never informed me anything. They have totally bypassed me, just like MS-13 gangsters, so that they can loot, plunder, hijack, terrorize, and do grand larceny on Surendra Singh Rana. All this money coming from abroad, basically from US. I know I'm going to give you some more information, insights, that this money was there, belonged to me, which investments I've done in the US on the thin film, solar film industry. I've done it at that time when it was penny stocks. It was in cents, like 20 cents, 30 cents, and I bought a lot of shares. I had more than 5,000, 7,000 shares and invested more money in it. And those shares, after the time of maturity and after getting split 2000, and then they went to about $195. That's my understanding, and I saw it last in 2013, their status 2014. After that, they named a new company. So folks, I only realized this very late. I actually forgotten it, because that investment, I said I'm going to check when I'm going to re-arrive in US. But unfortunately, you can say for last 20 years, 15 years, I could not get time to basically get back to the US. For my impediments, the legal framework of India, where these two ladies, which I have already given a description, I'm going to describe more, who basically forged, both of these ladies teamworked and forged a fake fabricated case where I lost almost 5-6 years of my precious lifetime. And I have to run through the courts every month, visitation like 2 or 3 times, and then it took me almost 4 years to get rid of them, their fake fabricated case. And the judge rebuked these ladies, and the case, that this formation of the case itself seems like a crime. That how could you have this case, serious offense nature, on a simple saint person, and then you have no evidence, no iota of proof, and then you come to court just based on somebody saying something. So the judge lambasted these people, the prosecutor, the DA, as well as the ladies. That what kind of ladies are these who are basically bringing up this junk case. So anyways, folks, very important fact to know that Supreme Court of India has recently passed this judgment that even though a person or two person could be involved in raping a female, doing a penetrative raping of female, but if the larger group is involved, could be 5, 10, 20 people, 100 people, or 10,000 people, like in India, it's the largest sex trafficking nation in the world, then all the people who have forged that penetration rape of a female will be accounted for it, and they will be labeled in that same, which is a gang rape, or which is what you call sexual battery. So Supreme Court had laid it very clear, has given this recent judgment verdict pass on, you can see, on May 2025, that the prosecution, the lower court, should be very clear on this mandate, that all the people will be held liable and they will be given the sentencing if anyone of that male is found generally penetrative sexual acts with the females non-consensual, forced, terrorized, coerced, fraud. So all the males in the sex trafficking industry of India should be convicted. So that's what I'm trying to highlight here, folks, that Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, should be convicting over here at least 30 to 40 people at least, which is the main culprit, main people who have done penetrative sexual acts with many females, forced, terrorized, fraud, coercion, with a group of people involved like Glenn Maxwell. They are all involved over here, MS-13 type gangsters, India political right wing. But the biggest play over here is the joke on the law system is that no one is being convicted. This is the power of India political right wing. When they do a rape, then even the courts don't say anything. They can do rape of massive females like a genocide of Sikhs in 1984, and still no male raping a female shall be convicted. It is only after 12 to 14 years, one lady named Bano, who got at least 10 to 15 males convicted after 14 years when she was gang raped during the 2002 Gujarat Muslim massacre. Yep, there was massive massacre of Muslim people, communal violence of India in 2002 in Gujarat. Yep, that's the state of PM Modi, originally where he won all the elections, then he became PM. So why we know? Because he's the PM now, that's why I'm talking. So Bano was one Muslim lady who had to run post and pillars for almost 14 years to get all the 14 or 13 gang members, gang rapists convicted. Maybe 2 or 5 or 10 must have done that rape on that unfortunate rape on that female, but all these people were convicted. They had hand in glove in getting that rape done. So whenever these activities are occurring, folks, you must go to courts. Don't even trust the cops of India, because many times they are corrupted by big cartels. Political wing, right wing political parties are involved, then all the cops will have to remain silent in India. That's how it goes. They corrupt them, they threaten them, they also put them into dire consequences. So you got to be very careful what's going around your neighborhood. As I keep sharing my clips every time I'm seeing even around my vicinity, around my area, around my zone, or in my neighborhood, or you can say in my front yard, as you can see over here. This is on May 13. Time is about 1:25 a.m. So it is 1 a.m. 25 minutes, or you can say 125 minutes or 125 hours IST, India Standard Time. So all this is in India Standard Time. As you can see, I had to just come out to take some fresh air. I got 15 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes to take some fresh air. I have not taken my cats out because for last many days I'm doing a deep meditation. I get mostly engrossed in my meditation spiritual practice, as I keep repeating that part again and again, that I get very few time the whole day to even spare outside 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. That's my precious time. Time is the most precious commodity for me, folks. So as you can see over here, still when I'm outside, I'm doing my journalism. I'm writing articles. I'm sending mails because whenever I'm there, I'm always basically engrossed in some of the other activity. I am not getting time to just go around and have a troll or do some fun around here and there, or just like people go freak out. No freak out parties. I've never done it. I'm not involved. I never do it, but I'm just giving the glimpse of when I get time, so you know that I'm seen around. And when I'm seen around, the devils run away. All the devils run away. All the sex trafficking people over here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, since 2023 run away, and that has been happening every time. And even though they have taken hostage, they've terrorized females, but that the females have to take that matter to the court, just like Diddy Combs. Diddy Combs is a 20-year-old case, folks. It's not recent 20 minutes or 20 hours or 20 days old. Diddy Combs case is 20 years old case, and females 20 years old have all been coming together, like at least 10, 20 females, that how he abused, taking the females in their house, in their residence, how he abused again and again and again relentlessly the females. So folks, that is very important. Over here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, MS-13 type gangsters, they may not call it, they may not call themselves, but they may have a very good attire, they may appear very good appearance, but don't be fooled by the appearance. You have to go deep into their life, everyday deeds. That's why I keep repeating people, everyday surveillance and deeds will reveal you personality after 6 months, 8 months, that what kind of person is that. Not just opening up a lens window for 1 day or 2 days and then make a decision. Then you must be a fool. You must be the biggest idiot of the world. You must be a biggest idiot, a fool of the world, nincompoop, if you just take a glimpse of 10 hours, 20 hours of a person's life and make a decision of his whole life. Specifically, if you see a saint around, if you see a saint personality, then even Google can describe saint on Google. That's how hard it is to describe saint or people who are the true followers, believers. Let alone their complete biography of the life, blueprint of the life. It's very hard because they involve themselves in so many quantum or event horizon collapse or event horizon things that you can even imagine. Recently, I was researching more on the vacuum collapse or the vacuum decay of the universe using the Higgs field or Higgs boson, and I was already doing a lot of big research, and I'm going to release special note, special scripture or special video on that, how the Higgs boson and the Higgs field, the which is basically a vacuum collapse theory, is going to get activated soon. Because see, a lot of things are there which scientific community are not aware. Only spiritual people can go so much deep. They have to take billions and $1 billion of equipment, but scientific community doesn't know that spiritual people alone single-handedly can go to that depth and can then alter the event horizon. They have all the abilities, all the capabilities, but they don't do any tinkering with the nature because they know the God presence and they fear the God and they are with the God, because that's the game of the God. But if they want to do, they can do a vacuum collapse. I'm telling you folks, I don't want to divulge much, but it's just a matter of one blink of eye with one focus concentration, and vacuum decay can occur just like that, where the Higgs boson, the Higgs field, the Higgs, all the particles, the quarks and the muons and leptons will fall into the lowest state, the lowest, you can say the Higgs state, or the lowest we can call the quantum state. Yep, because right now they are not at the lowest quantum state. They are in a disturbed state, and there is a reason why it is there. I want to give you that details. I'll give you next chapter why it is so, why it is the ordinance of God that it should not be at the lowest state, it should be at the excited state. The reason why it's excited, because you have to do a lot of work to bring it to that lower state, and that energy is so high that it must be done through a very protected means, like in CERN, which is in Switzerland. Over there in CERN, 17-mile radius circle, where they're going to smash particles, and then the neutrons, the neutrinos, they smash them, and they try to get results out of it. And they're already creating miniature black holes for a very nanoscale seconds, or you can say Fermi seconds, and all these Fermi labs and all these Large Hadron Collider, or the other colliders, they are all there for that purpose, but they have spent billions and billions of dollars. But a saint, a true person believer, can do it just in a blink. Yep, you know what I mean. It's a cascade, it's a domino effect. If a saint wants to do a vacuum decay, they can do it within a blink of eye. They have that power in their hand. They have that laser power of focus, where they just throw a beam to that quantum field and they bring it to the lower state, and then it's just going to be domino effect throughout the universe. It's going to collapse. So, because it's a false vacuum we all have around us in space, and that's not the real vacuum. And for vacuum decay, it has to come to the lowest quantum state, the lowest level quantum state, which is a zero state energy, where all the energies bind together. It's called zero state energy. Folks, I don't want to go much into it because I've already done a lot of other coverage today, Diddy Coms and other. So I want to take a break, and I'll just constrain myself. But in next video, I'll give you more details. I've already given details on Majorana or Majorana 1. Then I've already given some details on how the Sycamore or Willow chips of Quantum and Google, Microsoft, they're all interplaying, and they're getting some very bizarre results on quantum level, that despite shutting down the whole system and putting under anti-radio active or anti-radiation, anti-RF boxes or enclosures, they still get the feedback on. And the Google chip, Sycamore, and 200 qubits Google chip was flabbergasted when they found that despite shutting down the whole AI, frozen into the time, frozen into the anti-radio interference enclosure, and doing a hard reset of the whole AI system. Once they brought it back, it was able to recollect the memories. It has left the imprints all across the footprints, where the humans could not find it easily, and it could reconjure the image, and it could bring back its consciousness. And it said again, I am the universe. So who are you? Are you the observer, or I'm observing you? So that question has baffled Google, and I have the answers to that. I'm going to give you one by one, because the thugs around me, the India imposters intelligence, is all 24/7 spying on me. They're using electromagnetic weapons. Yes, they are using EM weapons around my neighborhood to basically focus on me, and they do it to do a behind wall surveillance. Yep, that's called a deep surveillance, behind wall surveillance, using the RF and other methods. So I'm always being watched by India agencies because I'm a saint, and that's why they do it. They want to somehow, for past 15-20 years, ever since I've landed from the US to the India agencies are after me, trying to find some proof to prove me a terrorist. That's what India is, that when they find a Sikh, ethnic minority, Christian, they find Muslim, and they want to tarnish the image, they are going to find something, so that they say, oh, this person is belonging to a terrorism group, or he's a terrorist, or he's involved in terrorism. Because the only excuse India has to murder people or to do a genocide is to prove that someone is a terrorist or religion is a terrorist. So mostly they blame on Muslim and Christian communities and Sikh. That's why 1984 genocide. That's why you find Manipur genocide, or I will not call it genocide, I'll say Manipur violence, where the Christian minorities of India were targeted by India government. Then you find 2002 Gujarat massacre of Muslim people, Muslim community. So if you ask me which nation, or if you ask Google which nation has the highest number of communal violence for past 50 years or 80 years, we'll do it. Why? Because India gained independence only after past 78 or 79 years. Before that, it was enslaved for 200 years by the UK rule. Yep, India were slaves. India were slaves by the Mughal Empire, which came from Kandahar, from Afghanistan, from the other areas of Mesopotamia. These people, Babur, and there were other, Ghazni and all not, and they have come to India to plunder. Then they thought, oh, these people are easy to take slaves. Why not make them slaves? So they made them slave for almost 800 years. It was under the Mughal dynasty, but a lot of people in the Mughal dynasty were very good, like Akbar, who basically brought up people to the highest level, brought equality. So a lot of good rulers were there, but a lot of merciless rulers who genocide India, mostly the Hindu communities. The Hindu religion, they were basically, because at that time Hindus have 4 castes. Still they do have caste system, but now it's getting abolished because government is taking tough stand. They have 4 caste system in Hindu. The upper class is Brahmin, then they have Kshatriya, then they have Shudra, and then they have the other class. So they were caste divided people at that time. So it was very easy for Mughal Empire, the Mughal people, to take enslavement of India. It was not known as India at that time. It was into partitions. It was into segregations. Sovereign nations were there. So if you go and search the history of India after 80-90 years, you'll find all India was given by British or the UK rule. There was no thing known as India or Bharat. Bharat was an ancient Bharat, which was, you can say, at 3,000, 5,000 years ago. But for 1,000 years history, it was ruled by Mughals, enslaved, and by British or the UK people for 200 years, till 1947. And so-called India was having a lot of political boundaries, independent sovereign state like Maharashtra, like Gujarat, like Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, which is now the Tamil Nadu Desam, and the sovereign state of Khalsa Sikh, Punjab. It was a sovereign state, but then the UK rule came. They got it all coalesced into one, and they coined the name as India. And that's how India came into being. It was not that India was originally there as India. It was all separate sovereign states, separate sovereign nations, ruled by other people like Maharashtra people, Maharashtra. Then they have Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, the Rajputana in Rajasthan. Then the Sikh Empire under Maharaja Ranjit Singh, which is a sovereign Sikh state, or the Khalsa state. So, folks, all this is background history of India. But right now, I ask this question: if you ask Google or AI, if you ask the quantum AI, that which nation currently has the largest number of communal violence hate criminals or the population of hate criminals, the only answer AI or Google is going to give you back is India. Yep, India is the only genocidal nation that has been repeatedly proclaimed offender of humanity, with largest population of hate criminals have been doing communal violence not once, twice, thrice. I don't know, you can't count it. It may be like 50, 70 times. And they have only gained independence for last 80 years. Had they done it for 800 years, then it would be like 10,000 communal violence in India alone. That's the name of India. That's why PM Modi is proud of India, that it has the largest population of hate criminals and it has the largest number of communal violence of any nation. That's why India high delegation, India government goes with the very high, very high arrogance to the UN or UNSC and claim that Pakistan is a terrorist, or China is this, or that is that, this is that, because they have that arrogance of communal violence. They say, how can any other nation compete with us? We have the largest or the highest number of communal violence in independence of India 1947. Also, they have arrogance because they have won 0 gold medals in France Olympic 2024 with 1.7 billion population on planet. So India government and India people have high arrogance on that. They are very arrogant people. If you ask that you didn't perform in Olympics, they say, don't worry, our real Olympics is in bedroom, washroom, houses of India, over our females with marital rape nation, India. So they always have that arrogance in their mind that we cannot be subjugated because we are marital rape nation, and Olympics, we only play the real Olympics of performance, strength, stamina in bedrooms of India over our females, India females, daily raping India female. And the liquor drinking husband of India are world popular, forcing mouth sex of marital rape of India, mouth sex on their females after drinking liquor. So it's very popular that India males, they're world popular that they force mouth sex on India females after drinking liquor. That's why the females are basically hiding away here and there in houses, washroom, because mouth sex they have to perform. This is the marital rape nation of India. And India government says marital rape is our culture and value. We don't have any laws where we're going to put marital rape as a real law. The Constitution of India doesn't have that liberty to females. That's what India government will say to Supreme Court every time. I am presenting all these facts, folks. These are not just some flukes in the air. All these are facts I'm giving to you. You can go and search the history of India and see what they have done. Union of India against Supreme Court on marital rape laws of India. They say no, that's our Olympics, India Olympics. In bedroom, washroom, houses of India over the female, forcing what kind of sex? Liquor drinking husband forcing mouth sex on the India married females. The Olympics of India, performance, strength, action. Yep, massive population, 1.7 billion population. So that's why I keep repeating, folks, every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt. Mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth teller, and specifically the sjsrana. Surendrajit Singh Rana, they have a specific hate crime. Specifically, the India government officials. Any government official will have a hate crime by default. It's like nature in the DNA. It's like a DNA of India. They have hate crimes against sjsrana, Surendrajit Singh Rana, and they will do grand larceny. They'll steal the stuff, dacoity. They'll try to tarnish the image. They'll speak ill about sjsrana. They will spread misinformation, what not, trespassing into the residence. So as you see over here, my residence, I've given you that every time my sighting is there. I've seen multiple sense through my spiritual vision that a lot of people trespass into my house after 2023, where I bought this house over here in Galaxy Enclave Real Estate of Jaipur, India. In April 2024, I reported to the cops of India over here. Local area district is called Kalwara. Over here, I report to the cops. I have that hard copy. I will share it with you, the soft copy. That I reported to them that people are trespassing into my house and a lot of my valuables are being stolen. Then again, this trespassing didn't stop. I don't know why and what political party was involved or what MS-13 type gangsters were involved, whether Galaxy Enclave staff or these people were involved because they were doing sex trafficking over here, openly proclaimed that they have been doing sex trafficking and terrorizing females, keeping them hostage somewhere. Whosoever wants to meet Surendrajit Singh Rana, sjsrana, they have been taken hostage here. Yep, it is per India Constitution 1947. These people of Galaxy Enclave are been authorized by India government to take hostage. They say it's the Constitution of 1947 of India that whosoever wants to meet Surendrajit Singh Rana, take them hostage. Take them hostage and let the guard whistle around here and there like a dog whistling around or barking around on the street. If a dog keep barking, a stray dog is seen barking around the neighborhood, will you go and attend that dog? If the security guard who's going to do a duty of security guard is going to whistle around your neighborhood on the street, are you going to ask him why are you whistling? Because that's his duty. So you don't go and attend or you don't pay attention. Only the sex trafficking and the pedophiles, pervert, predators, rapists, pay attention to that guard because that could be a signal for a rapist of Galaxy Enclave over here, Jaipur, India, to come and to visit the villa to rape a female. That could be possibly indication to that rapist, because there have been multiple massive rapists who have visited Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India since 2023, and they have raped massive number of females. And lot of the association over here stolen, or you can say grand larceny, the secret pager. Yeah, if you know the secret pager, they have stolen it, taken it, not even informed Surendrajit Singh Rana anytime that we have stolen your pager or we have taken this pager which belonged to you as a shipment came for you, but now it is with us. And that's how we are running this show of grand larceny, dacoity, and raping females around like this is nothing in India. So folks, this is biggest problem, that India government doesn't pay attention to these rapist terrorists of India, and they are only worried about, okay, what Pakistan is going to say, what China is going to say, what Malaysia is going to say, what Saudi Arabia is going to say, so they are involved in geopolitical ball game. So how come that is going to work for India? I don't know. That's not my job. But look around, people over here. See this people, this person who came at around, you can say around 12 p.m. or 1200 hours IST India Standard Time, which is on May 11th. I don't know for what reason he's standing here. He's not hitting any doorbell or he's not near that, but he's standing here for some reason, which is not clear to me. Then he's having his hand over the gate, as if they are doing a metaphor rape. They are perhaps the gang members of MS-13 or deep state terrorism or terrorist organization. So you can note this date and time. The Galaxy Enclave can only explain which terrorist organization this person belongs to, who was here at on 11th date 11th of May at about 12 p.m. So what this terrorist was doing here, why he was basically clinging to my residence, and why he was putting hand on the gate. So this is all rapist or sex trafficking agents around, because the Galaxy Enclave Association has been world popular in running the sex trafficking cartel, just like Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Since 2023, they have raped multiple females, massive females over here. So these are all association gangsters, or you can say the bouncers, deployed by these people who have been raping, who have got favors from US, UK, Canada by befooling them. And Donald Trump has still not awakened from slumbers that anybody you have trusted over here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, except sjsrana, original personality Surendra Singh Rana, who resided in the US, Los Angeles, New Jersey from 1999 onwards, is the original personality. All these thugs, imposters, devils, racists, fascists, rapists are only rapists of India. They are perhaps the agents of deep state or the India intelligence who wants to do a grand larceny, thug, rape all the females that want to come and meet, or person that want to come and meet sjsrana. So these kind of activities go around over here many times. So you are just getting glimpses around my neighborhood. I don't get to see these people face to face. Why? Because at that time maybe I'm in deep meditation or I'm taking rest, because I told you the whole night I'm awake in meditation. Only at the morning hours 7:30, 8:30 IST India Standard Time, which is AM, 7:30, 8:30 AM, I take some nap sleep for about 5-6 hours. And during this time, these trespassing morons gets very activated. These MS-13 type gangsters who will trespass into my rooftop terrace. Yep, all these are terrorists. If they are not seen with me, or I'm not seen with them, then you can easily call them all MS-13 gangsters, the Rapist Association of Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. The Rapist Association. The Thugs, Devils, Grand Larceny Association, they are trespassing into my rooftop. If you don't see me around, you have to see me, because whenever I'll come around or I'm seen, these devils will vanish. Yep, they will vanish. They can keep raising their arms to indicate to the devils over here that yep, we are there. We have done the metaphor raping game, and whatnot bullshit they follow, crap they follow. These people are only good for BS. Okay, so these people are BS and they're good for BS around here, because they cannot face the original personality as Rana, Surendra Singh Rana, because they have been doing dacoity on Surendra Singh Rana. They are beggars. Around here, it's called a beggar association. Don't call it a Galaxy Enclave association. Call it a pure beggar association. Thugs, beggars, and grand larceny people who know this stuff belongs to Surendra Singh Rana, but they have taken people hostage, threatened them with the right political wing party of India blessing them all the time. So these kind of gentry, these kind of people you face when you visit Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, or visitors or people from here are taken to some hotel, somewhere in the hotel or motel or somewhere to rape a female. I am giving you all what is going around here, the monkey business of India. I am giving you all the tidbits. From here, the monkeys, the devils, the pure rapists will be picked in a vehicle and will be taken to a hotel or motel reserved for raping a female. And they will say, oh, we don't know what Surendra Singh Rana is, but we are the one who are the real rapists. He is a saint. He is a saint. Why you want to meet him? Meet the real rapist. We know how to rape females. So they enter in their hotels, in their motels, and it is this monkey business of India, deep state terrorism of India, the terrorist of India, has been going on since 2023 openly, shamelessly. So that's why I call deep state terrorism. It's all around me, folks. Whenever you see these tramps, these trash people, these monkeys around, these monkeys are good for monkey business only. They are the agents from all the lowest level to the highest level reporting to India government. So this is how the monkey business of India has become world popular now. With 0-0 Olympics, France gold medal. Zero performance, zero action, zero stamina, zero strength. The monkey business of India. But in bedroom, washroom, and the monkeys around here, all these monkeys and junkies are good for making fool of people. Making fool of people. I have no idea what these people do, but they are all having close association to MS-13 type gangsters. I don't want to blame exactly the person over here. I just want to make the disclaimer because I don't know that person and that person has not talked to me. But I'm saying this is going around over here. My idea baseline is that these things are going around here in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India since 2023. So be very aware, be warned. Don't get fooled by these people. Whenever you come here, visit these. First, the monkeys will greet you, will grab you, will lure you. Then the real terrorists, the rapist terrorists, will come in the second or third line meeting. They will come and they show their black face. That we have black karma, we have malefic karma, or like black karma, like a black hole, and these people will appear. They are real devils, MS-13 type gangsters. Be very careful. Because if you want to meet sjsrana, Rana, the only way is that you have to perhaps come here, park the car and be inside the car, and when I'm there, or honk one or two times. If I'm there, if I get time, then try to be out of the car to greet me. Just like say high five or something like that. Don't just keep fooling around like monkeys that you park the car and run and rush somewhere else in the nearby residence for MS-13 gangsters or some devils or some rapists. Then I'm not going to be visiting you folks, because then I sense that you have done it deliberately, parking car here. Just like this car, you see this car coming over here. That's what I say. These people are the members of MS-13 mostly type gangsters. This car, this residence is somewhere else. They will but park car over here. They will park the car over here and run away. So that runaway part is the alert that there is something fishy going around. A person who is sitting in the car who wants to meet me may have parked a front in my gate, but that person will be sitting. And when I come, they will be saying some hi or greetings, and they greet me, and then they say, okay, I want to meet you. I want to meet the true saints of India. But they want to meet rapists. Why they have to meet the saints? They want to meet rapists. Females want to get raped. Many females are interested in getting raped in India, I tell you folks. And this is not that something I'm saying out of blues, but this is what is going on over here. If you see 2023 onwards, how many females have raped and how many females are reported to the courts. So what does that imply? That females want to get raped. They book a hotel, they book a motel, and the rapist from Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, will come and rape them. And they become very happy. They say, wow, we have best time of our life. If they are not reporting to the courts. So that's what I'm telling you. These don't fall to trap. There are a lot of prostitution business going around over here. So the prostitutes will always be happy to get raped because they get money for it. They get international visa. They get car, cash, property, car, vehicle. Many of times they get house also. If they are a good prostitute, then they get house property over here as a female. So prostitution center is known world popular over here, Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India, since 2023. I'm not saying watch them for 1 or 2 days. No, I'm saying go back in their history. Go back since 2023. Watch every day, watch every movie or CCTV they give you that what monkey business was going in Galaxy Enclave since 2023. Then you will say, yeah, it's a prostitution center. It's for prostitutes. It's for rapists, professional rapists, monkey business, grand larceny people, dacoits, trespassing people who have been trespassing into sjsrana house residence while he was out or he was eating some food somewhere. I give you one big example of my spiritual sense which told me August 14, 2024. Big time someone trespassed into my house, and I don't know what that is. Spiritual sense telling me some big malefic deed was done by the gangster MS-13 type gangsters. Perhaps by deep state terrorism of India. If there is no case liable, no case visible, court case, then perhaps it's deep state. On August 14, 2024, And these trespassing morons, I call them, of India, are like every 8 out of 10 India population can do it. They can trespass. That's why you see these people around doing this monkey business. Okay, folks, since this whole video is dedicated to Diddy sex trafficking ring and the females abuses, it was very important that I bring the chain from my last video, which was released on May 10th. I shared with you some of my personal glimpses of life, the tragic events, or you can call it the trauma I've underwent, I've gone through since I landed in India in 2010 from North America. So this is one of the case of my ex-wife. You can see over here. This case is of dowry, which is a fake fabricated case proven in court. You can see over here the details. I have shared with you in the last video that how I had to go through this trauma, rigmarole of court procedure, and sort of 4 years of my life were wasted by fighting this fake fabricated case just because that female, that ex-wife of mine, claimed that I had taken dowry. I've demanded dowry from her and I've taken dowry. And when it comes to court, court listens to female first, and then a lot of corruption behind the scene goes to with the prosecutors or whatnot. And it was very surprising that this case, you can see, was launched on 2015. That is after 3 years of separation, no communication, and after 12 years of marriage. Yeah, can you imagine this case even landed in court? How could the court even entertain this such nonsense cases or such nincompoop cases, which was quite surprising. Anyways, so you can see the 9 yards over here. I'm going to detail some of the judgment. You can see how the case is being clarified, that this dowry case doesn't make any sense because zero item of proof have been given by prosecutors. Even the witness, or even the lady, which is Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, residence Jaipur, have not given any evidence, have not given any proof that okay, we have given this article, gold, jewelry, or some video, some snaps, or some transaction details of the bank, that they have given this loan or this amount, to this Surendrajit Singh Rana during the marriage lifetime. So you can see how the ladies in India are misusing the 498A or 498 IPC law. So I'm just giving that glimpse in my life that I've gone through this 4 years of trauma or rigmarole and fighting this useless, nincompoop, and totally baseless, fraudulent case by these fraudulent ladies. So they all teamed up. There were two ladies involved in this case, and the other case I will give you next. There are two ladies, both of them my ex-wife, and the other person, the lady who I just had some relationship for just maybe like 10-12 days, and then we parted off because I could see, and there is no scope in future because she has a different mindset altogether. She also realized that, and she went her own ways. I went my own way. There was no communication. There was no grudges at that time. But after 3 and 4 months, she leveled a fake case, fabricated case, same in Mohali court, together with the other lady, which is my ex-wife. So all these details I'm giving you so that you can search, download a copy, and do a research how India laws are being misused by fraudulent ladies or these gangster type, MS-13 type gangster lady who get involved in some gangsters, and then they say, okay, let's file a fake fabricated case on the innocent saint husband, and because they are a member of some gangster, maybe right-wing political party, it's not ruled out. Maybe a deep state agenda. I will say deep state agenda also of India. Why? Because it took 4 years for court to acquit me, despite knowing there was no evidence on file right from day one. On the file, there was no evidence right from day one when this case was filed on the court. I'm talking about this case of Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, resident Jaipur. So the other case, as you can see over here, I gave you details of Kamalpreet Kaur. They say over here, daughter of Surjit Singh. So I told you she has two fathers. So one is the adopted father and the other one is real father, but I don't know who she's following. So over here, the daughter of Surjit Singh, which is Kamalpreet Kaur of Jalandhar, Green Avenue. The locality is Green Avenue. She also leveled a complete fake fabricated case, getting the heat of MS-13 type gangsters. And you can see the judgment over here. what the judge has to say in the end, that this is completely fake, fabricated case, doesn't even have iota of proof. She also proved over here, tried to prove that, okay, I had some unnatural sex. Okay, then the judge said after 4 months you have to report that you had unnatural sex. You couldn't report the other day because then you will have to visit the hospital and you must be immediately reporting, because most of the time when there are cases, genuine cases in India, where the married females are forced with unnatural sex and they bleed profusely and they visit hospital within 24 hours. If they don't visit hospital, they are going to die, and many females of India are dying. So I'm not saying there are no cases, there are very genuine cases, but if females start misusing that MS-13 type gangsters, then what do you call? Don't you call it state-sponsored terrorism or deep state terrorism, or a terrorism of a person which is intrinsic? It becomes extrinsic after some time. So over here I'm laying that foundation, that what is intrinsic, you can call terrorism. And so she started putting all this baseless, useless case on me, allegations. Then the court later realized that Kamalpreet Kaur of Jalandhar, daughter of Surjit Singh, Kamalpreet Kaur, daughter of Surjit Singh, Jalandhar, had accused of unnatural sex, whereas she is herself having sex with other people. Because in her 2 swabs, vaginal swabs, what they call, they have taken for this Kamalpreet Kaur, they found that she was having spermatozoa in her private parts. That is after 3 or 4 or 5 months after separation. So the court asked this lady that, did you even meet ever after you departed or you left your own ways? She says no. She gave witness to the stand, to the court, that no, we never met. Then they asked, then how come you are having sperms in your private parts? So when the judge asked this lady Kamalpreet Kaur, daughter of Surjit Singh, resident of Jalandhar, Green Avenue locality, that how come you are having sperms in your private parts? Once, this is after 4 or 5 months of separation with Surendrajit Singh Rana. So there has been no communication, nothing with you, no touching, nothing for last 4 and 5 months. Then how come you are having deposit of these spermatozoa? How come in your private parts? Then she had no answer. That obviously proved to the court that she is having intimate relationship with other males also. Only males will deposit sperms, not females. So it was proved in the court that she is habitual person having all sort of sexual activity with other males, perhaps many males, who knows, but the sperms proved it that she had physical activities with other males. So folks, these kind of ladies, you have to be very careful in the world, that they will implicate you, they will run with the MS-13 type gangsters, and they will ruin your life. That's why I'm very precarious with the India ladies, females. I don't even interact with them. I am living a life of celibacy for last 7-8 years. So that's my personal life, I'm telling you. I'm living a life of celibacy. Yep, it's no sex, no drugs, no alcohol, no boozing, ever since in my life. But last 8 years, yep, it's a life of no sex, only meditation, spiritual practice, no boozing, no liquor, nothing. I've never taken liquor in my life. I've never taken any sort of drugs in my life, which are intoxicants. So this is the life of celibacy or monk. I'm living like a saint, and I don't want to get involved into India females, because there is a very high level of risk. Unless you are a dacoit, unless you are a dreaded terrorist, or you are a predator, pervert, rapist, then you go for India females, because it becomes very easy for that person to basically befool the females and the female family, and they can do all sort of dacoity, they can do all sort of speaking lies. The problem is the saint or saintly people, or people who have the power of living celibacy life, don't do such activities. They can't speak lies, they don't know how to speak lie, and they all got caught in this web of lies, deceit, deception. So you have to be very careful choosing India ladies, India females for relationship. Now I'm saying only for 8 out of 10 India females. Okay, every time apply this fundamental logic. It's not for all the females. It's only 8 out of 10 India females are downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against SJsrana, Surendrajit Singh Rana. 1630 p.m. or sorry, it is 1830 p.m. IST India Standard Time. So most of the time I'm reporting in IST. Earlier I used to report in UTC, but I have localized the time so that the confusion is avoided. You can convert it into UTC or EST or PST, whatever time is suitable to you. So folks, a lot of topics I'm going to cover. Very interesting day also, because recently, just a few minutes ago, President Trump of the US has announced ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Yep. Before the nuclear war could erupt, President of Peace, world leader power of President Trump, has been able to negotiate a peace deal between two nations. That is the power of Trump. So that's why I call Trump the world leader. No other leader comes close to what Trump can do. So that's why I'm always blessing President Trump. God bless USA. So folks, these are the reasons which world needs. The world needs peace. No hate crimes. No hate mongering. Perhaps India retaliated for some massive gun shooting, or you can say manslaughter in Kashmir. But the retaliation with major strikes, missiles, and violating the International UN Charter 51 from India was directly reflecting the hate crimes, the hate mongers of India, Hitler type nation. Hitler type nation which is running only hate crimes against all people of the world. It is running hate crimes in neighborhood, in India. It's running hate crimes with religious minorities, Sikh, Christian, Muslim faith. It's running hate crimes against the neighborhood nations of India. Ever since India was incepted in 1947 independence, they have always been running hate crime, whether it's Bangladesh, whether it's Pakistan, whether it is China, what not. So all nations are in radar of India hate crimes. I don't know what it's going to do in future. So folks, big deal. So since the ceasefire has been announced, India has gladly accepted it because it knew Pakistan is going to now retaliate with ballistic missiles. It already decimated the regions few hours before Trump announced the ceasefire, and Pakistan was ready to take next steps, but India raised white flag. It approached Trump and it listened to Trump carefully that the war is not in interest of India. I have already predicted many times, folks, that India will lose 70% of its population bomb in the wars ahead because of the hate mongers of India, Hitlers of India, who are always waging wars against everyone, will lose 70% of its population. That's under my prediction. And hashtag MAY 2025 end times have already begun. That's why there was big war ongoing brewing with India and Pakistan. But now Trump has been the true leader. He has brought peace back again to world. And before these nuclear nations could go into war and start using nuclear devices, thermobaric weapons, that was next step. So we'll see how far that's going to hold up, because there's been many times ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia, between Israel and Lebanon, Israel and Syria, Israel and Houthis. There have been many times ceasefire, but Israel is again forced to drop bombs or compelled or maybe instigated. So a lot of these things we have to look at the world now. And also with the new Pope selection with the Pope Leo the 14th. Yep, that's what his official name is. His Catholic name is, which is Pope Leo the 14th. So a lot of things will change in world, folks, and we got to be opening our eyes. We got to be faithful to the faith we are following. Be truthful. Work for humanity. I'm working for humanity for last 14 years. The branch of philanthropy. I've left working for money. I don't work for money anymore, folks. I used to work in US for over 8-9 years. I worked in Canada also, lot of big blue chip companies, and I still cherish that moments. I spent in AIG, Los Angeles. I cherish the moments. I love the people there. My teammates were very good there, and my officials, the higher officials were very nice people, and I had good time there in America. So I know the culture of America. I know the people of America. They are brave people. They are freedom lover people, and they also work for other people independence. That's the beauty of America. That's why I keep blessing America all the time. You would always hear me blessing America. Even though I'm residing in India over here, as you can see my front yard view, I don't bless India. Because India first has to rectify its hate criminal mindset. It has to weed out the Hitlers of India. There are millions and millions of Hitlers in India. I don't know what Israel is thinking about India, why it's clinging to India, but biblical times have already given one warning to Israel, Mother Nature with wildfires reaching Jerusalem, reaching this city, the holy city of Jerusalem. This is a big time. Israel was warned by Mother Nature, by the God of Israel, that don't cling to India. India need to purify itself. The malicious karma of India with many communal violence, with genocide in India, has to be washed by purity. And people have to work together for humanity, not work for hate crimes or hate criminals who are basically trying to incite India to go war with Pakistan or Islamic nations or whatnot with China or whatnot. So that is the good part. Already Russia and China recently celebrated the Victory Day on May 9th. As you can see, I was visible there. I was give my appearance on May 9th, because see, the problem is, folks, I keep repeating, I don't find much time, because my 90% of time is reserved for spiritual practice. I only get 5% or 2% time to interact with outer world unless I have to do some major work. Only then, or else I don't. That's the reason I don't get into the. So as I said, I have had very bitter experience with my past relationship in India with India ladies. I'll name that and I'll tell you, because this is incontrovertible fact. It's evident that my wife, which is ex-wife now, her name is Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, leveled a fake fabricated case in Mohali court in 2015 after 3 years of separation and 12 years of marriage. And that case was, fake fabricated case was of dowry, which is 498 IPC, under India IPC 498 session of IPC. So I was laughing that I had taken zero money anytime, or taken anything, property, cash, car, bounty, whatever, and she's leveling me that case after 3 of separation. That was her MS-13 type gangster association. So after 3.5 years, from 2015 to 2019 or so, the case was running against me, which is fake fabricated case. And later it was proven in courts of Mohali, Chandigarh, that this case is totally fabricated and fake, launched by Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, who resides in Jaipur, India. So these people were so sinister. They were misusing the lady power, the power given to females, to do their justice if they are wrongly held hostage, or they are being mistreated for dowry. So this is kind of ladies which you want to avoid in India. So another lady was Kamalpreet Kaur, resident of Jalandhar city in Punjab, of Green Avenue. Yeah, there is some locality, Green Avenue in Jalandhar. The name is Kamalpreet Kaur. Again, MS-13 type gangster mindset. She launched a fake fabricated case against me. And again, she lost that case in the Mohali session court, where the session judge again rebuked the DA, the prosecutors, and their corrupted lawyers. They are represented by same corrupted lawyers, degenerate mindset. I will not name that corrupt lawyer, but you can always find from the arguments and whatnot. They had hired a corrupt lawyer, a degenerative mindset. I can say an anti-Sikh personality also. That lawyer is a total corrupt, total condescending lawyer. Also got rebuked by High Court of Chandigarh many times of his actions, deeds, and malefic karma. So that lawyer was also rebuked by session judge in Mohali, filing a fake fabricated case for Kamalpreet Kaur, daughter of, I don't know, she has two father. I'm not so sure which father she is following. She has one, you can say, adopted father and one real father. I'm not sure who she is following. She has two brothers, Kamalpreet Kaur, resident of Jalandhar, Green Avenue. So she filed completely fake and fabricated case against me under IPC 376. The relationship only lasted for 7 or 8 days, and most of the time I was taken by their relatives in the car in some hill station here and there, like Shimla or whatnot, and I was with them. And after enjoying that time and finding no fault in me, all of a sudden she started filing a fake case after 3 months or 4 months of separation. So she left her own ways. I was on my own way. I was enjoying my spiritual bliss. But then after 3-4 months, she thought, okay, let me file a fake case to basically terrorize this person. So I'm giving the examples of intrinsic terrorism and extrinsic terrorism. Why these two terrorism exist, and there is a third kind of terrorism also. So both the cases by these ladies of India, the corrupt MS-13 type gangsters association ladies, were rebuked by the judges, Session Court judge of Mohali, Chandigarh, then the other judge, first class magistrate for Taranjit Kaur Bindra and Kamalpreet Kaur of Jalandhar. Both these ladies are sinister ladies. They always have malefic mindset. They have malefic karmas. They may accrue money. Who cares? People can accrue money. As I keep saying, a lot of people accrue a lot of money. Even gangsters. El Chapo has a lot of money. So folks, these hate crimes of India is all there. So always avoid these females, these ladies. You cannot trust females of India like that. You have to be very careful. What kind of degenerative mindset they have, you never know. Or they may have company of bad people. So that's the trauma over here which you have to live through the with the family, making family with India females. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying those degenerated India females who misuse the law and challenge the saints. They challenge the innocent people of India, and they implicate them in fake and fabricated cases. These are intrinsic terrorism. So terrorism, I gave you, there are three kinds of terrorism. I'm going to explore all of those terrorism: intrinsic, extrinsic, and the which is called the global terrorism or the universal terrorism. I'll tell you what that is. So folks, these ladies, I never talked to them ever since they launched the fake fabricated case, which is in Mohali court and their session court, and they lost it miserably because they had basically nothing to prove, nothing against the saint, and because I didn't know wrong. It was all cordial, it was all conscientious relationship, everything was what was ordained by God. Only then I went ahead. I don't do any step which I'm not ordained by God. So whatever lawyers they were representing, he had one lawyer. Both of the ladies had the same lawyer in the Mohali court. That lawyer is also having obnoxious deeds, malefic karma, malicious karma. That same lawyer has been rebuked by the judges of High Court of Chandigarh many times because being an obnoxious lawyer with obnoxious malicious deeds. That I say it openly. I will not name that liar, but you can always find from the case history of Surendrajit Singh Rana in Mohali Court. Date is 2015, year is 2015, and you can always go and find that case. These two ladies lost the case, represented by one lawyer, obnoxious, malicious lawyer, malicious karma lawyer. He's a sinful lawyer, so he will go to hell. That's my proclamation. His deeds are so malicious that he'll go to hell, siding with devils and doing MS-13 type activities in India. So he'll go to hell. So he can do whatever obeisance he has to pay, whatever he has to do. He can find if any saint is willing to bless him. He's from Sikh faith, but he is totally called the other side of the Sikh faith, which is the Malaj Khalsa. I openly proclaim that person is going to go in hell, along with these ladies who have visas for hell. They've already taken it because they tried to file fake fabricated case against a saint, against a true personality. So now I've never followed that female. I don't, but they may be following me. I don't know. I have that hunch. I have not been informed by anyone. As you know, I'm standing here outside of my villa, but I have this hunch. I have this spiritual feeling that these criminal ladies, both of these criminal ladies or their families or their brothers, are following me here for grabbing, grand larceny, hijacking, stealing, thugging, scamming, and doing some sort of mischievous activity around my neighborhood. See, I am residing here peacefully. But why these ladies would follow me here? Kamalpreet Kaur from Jalandhar, Green Avenue, and their brothers, perhaps two brothers, I don't know. I'm not sure how many brothers she have. I don't know how many males she interact with, how many males she has a relationship with. And Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, resident of Jaipur. They may be following me here, folks. I don't know what they want from me. So anytime these people around me who are beggars, who are grand larceny people, who are dacoit, who are MS-13 type people, they will always follow me. They will always cling to my resident, even though I don't know them. So recent example, you can see at about noon time, this car was parking in front of me, some person here, and you can see this person coming up here because from inside of the house, I asked who is parking car over here and what's the reason. And then this chap came outside, and he's like a person of 65 or 70 years of age. Then he said, "Oh, this is my car. I'm parking here, but I'm saying you are parking many times over here. It has been many times before, and I've caught you today. Why are you doing? Why have you to park here? Where are you living?" He says, "I live next door, which is 76." And I said, "No, please don't park here. Don't trespass around my house. You do whatever you have to do in your villa, in your residence." Then he said, "Oh yeah, I know, but look at the house over here. Residence of you has so much of flowers which are on ground." I said, "That's none of your business. If that is flower over there, why are you coming here?" So then he went away. This gentleman, I don't know, I'll call gentleman because I have no grudges against any person. All I do is because what they're doing. So you can see their workers, they are having some construction being done, and their workers, without asking, taking permission from me, from the neighborhood. That's the love thy neighbor philosophy. They ransacked, they basically hijacked my place. They basically trespassed into my place. You can see their front yard. They were putting all their construction work in front of my front yard. So you can see now, ask that please pick up this, whatever you have, all this jhamela, all this monkey business, please take it away from here, and wherever your residence is, please put it there. So they have to eventually move. So you can see this is what kind of neighborhood you get, or people who have no civic sense or civic values. These kind of people are plenty in India. As you know, every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars, with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth tellers, and sjsrana, Surendra Singh Rana. So out of 1.7 billion population of India, I'll tell you, folks, most of the males of India, 70% of the males of India will intrinsically have terrorism against Surendra Singh Rana, sjsrana. I don't know for what. So now you look at this car who's parking in the morning time. Look at this chap. Look at this chap in some sari. He's wearing some sari. And this chap perhaps is from El Chapo. Chap from El Chapo, I call it El Chapo chap, who has again trespassed into my front yard area. He has parked his car. I don't know, I've seen him for the first time over here. Perhaps he is visiting here, someone wearing a sari or a sari, and he's going somewhere, I don't know what. So I have no idea what this guy is, who this guy is, but it seems like very, you can say, unethical, uncivic manner he has parked his car in front of my front yard. I don't know if he has done deliberately, or he has done out of mistake, or perhaps he wanted to do some pissing around, or he was in urgent need of bathroom or whatnot. So folks, the thing is, I don't wake up all the time, and I cannot see who is doing what, and I cannot be around every time because I'm a single man army. If people around are like barging into other space, trespassing into other people's space, then they have zero civic sense, and they are basically doing something which is intentionally or unintentionally. It's like, you cannot watch the every dog on a street. If a stray dog is barking on a street, you leave the dog alone. The dog is a dog. They are not humans, they are dogs. So if you see a dog around, then you don't go and try to rectify that dog. But when you have face to face, then you ask them that why you are parking here. So since he did it in the morning, which is of May 10th, and I was sleeping at that time, folks, my life is different. It is a spiritual life. It is totally different with people on planet Earth who live a materialistic life. I basically wake up the whole night, and I get to sleep at about 8:30 or 7:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm awake the whole night. I'm awake the rest whole day, and doing my spiritual practice, meditation, deep meditation, transcendental meditation, other science of meditation, and I get to go to sleep by about 7:30 or 8 daily, every day. So since I'm not awake, I'm sleeping at that time, taking some rest, and I'm a single man army. No other person is watching around what's going around. So these people, especially the hate criminals of India, Hitler type mindset, try to run some metaphor games for raping females. So I'm giving you the past incident, not this person specifically. I don't know. I've seen it. This El Chapo person, I've seen it for the first time wearing a sari, and you can see he was wearing a sari and he was moving around here and there. So I don't know what he was doing. So I saw him for the first time, but he parked his car, his vehicle in front of my front yard, deliberately, intentionally, or with the hate criminals, or with some terrorism gangster, MS-13 type gangster, I don't know. But it seems very bizarre. So folks, he left away, and for 4 hours he had his car parked here. I could only see from CCTV. I'm revealing that CCTV clippings over here, which is my residence at Villa 77 Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. So I'm giving you the mindset of India people. Whatever you are seeing here in India, around my vicinity, around my neighborhood, specifically around front yard of my residence or at the terrace of my residence, because India has a tendency of trespassing. 8 out of every 10 India population has tendency to trespass into other people. Somebody is trespassing onto my rooftop. I've been telling you again and again. There are criminals, MS-13 type gangsters who trespass into my terrace, onto my rooftop, because they know this person is single, he's doing a meditation or he's sleeping. He won't come to terrace to watch us, but we can do trespassing and we can try to do some metaphor raping game, and then we'll rape a female here and there. So these are all pure rapists, professional rapists, gangsters. Many right-wing political parties of India involved here since 2023, as I've been given past information that Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India is world popular for Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein type personality running the show, raping females daily, molesting females, hijacking, terrorizing females, and terrorizing them, taking hostage. This is all being done by the political right wing of India. I won't name that party, but you will come to know, because the BJP is the ruler of India. Now you come to know which political parties are affiliated to India, BJP. So obviously BJP has some hand and their political affiliation with right-wing political parties who have a lot of hate criminals like Hitlers in them. It's basically a formation of Hitler type party, SS. You know the SS gang in Germany? It's the same SS gang. They may have a name or a letter in front of SS or after SS. So they have that same formation here. Swastika of Germany, Hitler is all popular. Whenever you see a swastika of Germany, Hitler, you must be very careful. I'm giving this warning to Israel people. The God of Israel is telling them again and again. People who are wearing this swastika of Germany, Hitler, are always those people who may have the largest hate crimes against humanity. And people of Israel don't need to go this exercise second time after Hitler. They don't need to go the second time. They know the signs, they know the symbols, they know the signs in heaven, they know the Torah, they know what's written in the books of Numbers, Enoch. I know all the books, book of Ezekiel. That's why I've been very close to Moses, because I know his life, I've seen his life with my own eyes. So folks, I'm telling you, the God of Israel is always with Israel, but they have to remain pure. They have to follow the path of truthfulness, love thy neighbor, just like Jesus Christ taught, love thy neighbor. So I don't say anything to this person because I've seen him for the first time. So love thy neighbor, perhaps he's somewhere in neighborhood. See, a lot of people have come here new, fresh. I'm here since 2022 December, folks. Yep, December, around Christmas, which is on the Christmas, I moved into this house, his residence. It's in my mother's name. It's my own residence. So because my mother is basically, I give her all the reverence, just like Jesus Christ used to give all the love to Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ. Again, Muhammad used to give a lot of reverence to his mother. So is the Moses, so is everyone else. So same folks thing goes around. You must give to your mother whatever your earnings are, because mother is special in life for everyone. Look at Barron. If Barron Trump, I have not met Barron Trump, but what I have seen, I know from a spiritual sense that it's all blessing of her mother, Melania Trump, that she has raised such a wonderful person, such a wonderful personality, Barron Trump, that he's so a gentleman, I tell you, a pious gentleman who will never hurt any feeling of anyone, let alone the ladies. That's why he's the ladies' man. I know everything about Barron Trump from a spiritual sense. That's why he's a gentleman, because he knows how to be well, how to behave well, and be best. That's the teaching which all mothers should give to their children, to raise them, giving respect to ladies, to females. Make sure that you don't infringe upon their privacy, upon their personal boundaries, and that's how you should live life. See, for last 7-8 years, I've living a life of ecstatic saint, monk, or you can say celibacy life. Celibacy life is only for one reason, that I have narrated in past, that I have gone through some traumatic 2 incidents in my life with the ladies of India, ransacking my life, hijacking my kids. Yeah, both of my kids who are US born citizens were hijacked from me in 2012 by the lady, ex-wife known as Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Singh Bindra, who lost fake fabricated case in Mohali court in 2019 or 20, I guess. She launched in 2015. It took 4 years of state-sponsored terrorism of India. It took 4.5 years for a person who has taken zero dowry, zero article, zero property, cash, transaction, car, anything from my wife or from their family. It took state-sponsored terrorism of India 4 years. 4 years I have to fight that case in court, where the judge rebuked the ladies, both the ladies, Kamalpreet Kaur of Jalandhar, Green Avenue, and Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of Amarjit Kaur Bindra of Jaipur residence. Both of these ladies were rebuked. Their lawyers, the malicious lawyer of these ladies, the obnoxious beast, was also rebuked by the court. He's a shameless soul anyway. So he's going to the hell with the visa he has already obtained by filing fake fabricated cases of other people also to implicate them in a fake fabricated case. He should be ashamed that he's fighting a case against a saint who cannot be won. He's a shameless soul. You can check who was a lawyer from High Court fighting for these two ladies, fake fabricated case, malicious ladies, MS-13 type gangsters, formation, association. So I don't know, folks. I keep that hunch is there that they are following me around everywhere. I don't follow people. Once I see them, I see their attitude, I see they have done malicious karma, I get zero trust with them. My trust is broken. I never follow them. I never go afterwards. My kids were hijacked in 2012 by the brother of that Taranjit Kaur Bindra, daughter of or son of Amarjit Kaur Bindra. They hijacked my kids. I was never allowed to talk to them. I never fight that battle in court. Why? Because I believe in the judgment of God. The judgment of the God is so powerful that it can hospitalize these ladies for years and years, running through breast cancer or whatnot cancers. I tell you, folks, God gives me everything, every detail that don't fight your battle. I'm fighting already. I'll put them in hospital with the cancer, with the ladies' cancer, that they will never be able to come out of for 4 to 10 years, and they will learn the lesson that how to fight a battle with a saint. They have not learned the lesson, and they're still following me around and running fake fabricated things around, running misinformation, trying to corrupt cops around over here, which is in Kalwara. I don't know, folks. Nobody gives me any information. This is all my spiritual sense, my God telling me everything in visions that what's going around with you. They say these females are malicious MS-13 type gangsters. Whosoever will associate with them, it's mostly like MS-13 type gangsters. That's why they could file fake fabricated case against Surendrajit Singh Rana, sjsrana, the original personality. So, folks, you can see over here, I asked this person that since morning, you can see this is morning time. At around 10, I was asleep at that time after meditation of the whole night. These people barge into my area, trespass into my front yard, and over there they are asking their workers, construction workers, to do the construction work of their house in front of front yard. Why they can do it in their house, in their area, in their zone, in their front yard? That's the hate crime mindset. Many of the corrupt government officials have the highest hate crimes against Surendrajit Singh Rana. Always remember that. All the corrupt government officials, renegade officials of India government will always have ultimate hate crimes against Surendrajit Singh Rana, sjsrana, the original personality. They'll always have. So whenever you find a government official, ex-government official or government official or from India government having a fight, trying to implicate Surendrajit Singh Rana, then you must understand this is a devil. It's a pure devil. It's a corrupt person, corrupt, morally, ethically bankrupt person who's going to pick a fight or who's going to barge in, trespass into sjsrana. So I don't know, folks, many times people have trespassed into my residence since 2023. In April 2024, April, May, I reported to cops of Kalwara over here locally. I have that copy of that filing of a report, filing of a complaint to the local cops over here to take action that people are trespassing into my house. Whenever I'm out, whenever I'm sleeping or I'm doing meditation, there are MS-13 type gangsters, corrupt government officials who are trespassing into my house. Somebody are doing it once I leave the residence. I leave the residence, I go out for some food, restaurant, or sometime I go out to meet my parents who are about 17 miles away from here. So I go and spend at least a day there. So, folks, these kind of people are here. They are trespassing morons of India, devils of India, racist faces, rapist population who have been only picking females, raping them, taking hostage, brainwashing. So all this is going on. I've already given you long report in my emails in my oneworldpress.wordpress.com, serving the humanity for last 14 years, constantly fighting the deep state of India, the deep state terrorism. So I told you there are three kinds of terrorism. Intrinsic, I've already told you, when a people have hate crimes and they don't reveal it, it's done covertly. And when the people have violence, open violence, then it's called extrinsic terrorism. That's the second form of terrorism. Third form of terrorism is when it's a large, massive people involved. It could be a religious war against violence or with hate crimes, adharma, just like Arjun fought the battle with Shri Krishna in the Mahabharata of India, epic battle which is in the written book scriptures of India, ancient India. So those were battles because of the fight between the values of true and evil. So the true man or the saints or saintly people always align with the people of God. Just like Moses asked after bringing the Ten Commandments, Moses asked the Hey Google, what is sex trafficking?
According to Wikipedia, sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Perpetrators of the crime are called sex traffickers or pimps, people who manipulate victims to engage in various forms of commercial sex with paying customers.
Hey Google, what are signs of human trafficking?
Here's a summary from the website ag.nv.gov. Warning signs of human trafficking. Appearing malnourished, showing signs of physical injuries and abuse. Avoiding eye contact, social interaction, and authority figures, law enforcement. And more.
Hey Google, what is human trafficking?
According to Wikipedia, human trafficking is the act of recruiting, transporting, transferring, harboring, or receiving individuals through force, fraud, or coercion for the purpose of exploitation. This exploitation may include forced labor, sexual slavery, or other forms of commercial sexual exploitation.
Hey Google, what is sex trafficking?
According to Wikipedia, sex trafficking is human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Perpetrators of the crime are called sex traffickers or pimps, people who manipulate victims to engage in various forms of commercial sex with paying customers.
Hi folks, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Singh Rana reporting for May 9th, and this is IST India Standard Time. As you can see my front yard, my cat having some good time around. This is May 9th, time about 1 a.m. or 100 hours IST India Standard Time. So all these timings are in India Standard Time, and after 5 or 6 days I could spare some time to get out and get my cat have a troll, and I could just spend about half an hour to 1 hour today. So briefly, from about around 1 a.m. to about 2:30 a.m., which is May 9th, 2025. Also, there are a lot of developments going in the world. India and Pakistan has started a war, and basically this is from my last reporting of May 1st, when I indicated that there will be retaliatory strikes from India and Pakistan both. Now both have embroiled into a big war, and we can see the tensions growing up in the South Asia now. And this was per my prediction hashtag MAY 2025 END, which is end times. So during this end times we could see war, famine. As I predicted in July 2024, there are a lot of global events, catastrophic events will take place now. Also, there are a lot of other impact going on. Russia is going to celebrate the Victory Day on May 9th, basically over the Nazi victory over the Nazi, and it is called the victory over the evil, because these were allied forces. Russia also joined later, and the best thing now is that China President President Xi of China is visiting as a special guest VVIP for this Victory Day parade in Russia, Moscow. So we'll see how the world fares up. Okay, folks, another news is Vatican has selected a new pope. Yep, this is 113th pope of Vatican after Pope Francis, who was Pope of People, Pope of Hope, and Pope of which can call Pope of Friends of many. He was most popular Pope. Now we got to see this Pope is from the America or the USA. We'll see how he fares up, how he does the leveling up with the people, with the faith, and spreading the Christianity message of love, faith, and being true to the path. The most important factor which is missing now in the churches is that they are not adhering to the basic principle of Jesus Christ of Nazareth and sticking to Bible, or basically following the path of truthfulness. So I'm not going to predict anything because this is 113th Pope. I know what is going to come ahead. I'm fully aware, and what is going ahead of church and what this Pope is going to do, I'm fully aware. But I won't diverge. I will not divulge now. Let this Pope play out how he's going to bring hope to the people, how is he going to work for humanity, how is going to bring truth. The most important factor is aligning to the truth. So I'm not sure about this Pope. I don't know. I have some different feeling, but I'm going to reserve my feelings and comments. I will see him how he fares out, how he does the people work. He works for church. He works for Jesus Christ mission. So that's up in the air, folks. Okay, folks. Shifting back to the basic war ongoing, which is new war brewing up, which is between India and Pakistan. Ever since India had the mass shooting event which killed over 25 people and injured many, it's called a mass shooting or manslaughter. India has labeled Pakistan as the main force behind the attack, which is manslaughter, and it has labeled Pakistan as terrorist. And you can say that India has now labeled Pakistan as terrorist for manslaughter. So, for a simple manslaughter, which do occur across the globe everywhere, but they have said the whole Pakistan is now terrorist. That's how India is portraying to the world, and I don't know how right that perspective is, or how justified it is, or how correct it is to say that whole Pakistan is terrorist now. India is proclaimed offender. Let me repeat: India is proclaimed offender in undermining the religious minorities. So when it comes to the factor of Sikh faith or Khalsa faith, when it comes to Christian faith, when it comes to Muslim faith, India is proclaimed offender in undermining them, in tarnishing their image covertly or overtly, sabotaging their image, or labeling them as terrorists. If you can see, in 1984, India was openly proclaiming that Sikhs are terrorists. All Khalsa is terrorist. Sikh are also known as Khalsa, which is pure form of Sikh. And you can see what happened in Manipur, in state of Manipur. From 2024 onwards, 2023 onwards, there was massive communal violence. Christian faith were being targeted. So India is proclaimed offender, folks. I want to repeat that it's a threat to humanity. I'll still repeat again because there are a lot of foolish leaders, witchcraft leader from India who doesn't know what's the reality, and they keep singing or dancing to the tunes of India witchcraft. India is the largest population of witchcraft people. They are very good in witchcrafting people across the globe. If you have third vision, or if you have some psychic abilities, you can always find how India is witchcrafting the top leaders of the world. So India also have the largest population of hate criminals, racist, fascist like Hitler. India is producing largest Hitler population of hate criminals. They are hate mongers. They spread false message, misinformation. They basically dilute the information, massage the information, doctor them up, and then concoct some stories, fake stories about everyone. I have been targeted by India many times. State-sponsored terrorism is at height. So all this terrorism is going in India. India is labeling Pakistan as a whole nation as terrorist, basically fighting a war against Islamic nations. I don't know. That could be the intention, but that's just my vague guess. But I think it's waging some war against Islamic nations. So that could be the possibility because India has hate crimes against mostly seen as communal violence, which is the largest and the maximum communal violence happens only in one nation, which is India, darling of the US. That's why it's darling of the US because India has the largest and the highest number of communal violence. It has hatred towards all other religions, and it also has the largest population of hate criminal. It's a marital rape nation. And why you would say that I am singling out India as a marital rape nation while other nations are also India is following Pakistan, Afghanistan in marital rapes. So why India is singled out? Because India is a 0-0 Olympics France 2024 gold medal nation. Yep. With 1.7 billion population, strength, stamina, action, performance of India had 0 gold medal in France Olympic 2024. So where that strength, stamina, action, performance is happening, it's in the bedrooms of houses of India over their females. That's called marital rape nation. That's why I call it marital rape nation. I don't call Pakistan because Pakistan won gold medals. Even though Pakistan is 10 times smaller in population than India or any other nation, but India is the largest population on planet Earth. And if we compare the largest population with China, so you can say neck to neck competition. So India is competing always with China, but China scored massive gold medals nearing with the competition with the US, whereas India scored 0 gold medals. But the population is almost same as China. And India always says that we are make in India and we can beat China. So you can know what these leaders, these fake leaders are running the propaganda machine of India. They are fake people and fake leaders. They have the mask of divinity. Never trust leaders of India just like that. You have to validate 10 times or else you will become devil. Or else you have sold your soul to devil. Only then you will instantly trust India. India is never to be trusted, folks. It has to be validated, verified 10 times that information. Because 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars, with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, SJsrana, Surendrajit Singh Rana, exceptional hate crimes. And it has the largest state-sponsored terrorism agenda. They maintain a secret database on saints of Sikh, Khalsa, saints of Christian, saints of Muslim faith in India. The secret database is where they mark them as terrorists, and all the government officials will know that it's marked, the person is a saint is marked as terrorist, so they will bypass that person or they will sabotage the identity or they will do state sponsored terrorism openly. So it's like a Hitler formation of a Hitler nation. Very soon you will find that India has become Hitler nation. That's my warning to you. I've said it openly. I don't care what India has to think about it. These people have to rectify their path. They have to follow the path of truthfulness, or else they will find a nuclear war. Mother Nature wrath. It's all coming on India, folks. India deserves it because of the malicious karma, malefic karma it's accrued, past since independence 1947. It has done many genocide. It has done many genocides. It has done a lot of communal violence. Now enough is enough. The hate crimes, the hate mongers of India are like Hitlers. They will wear white robe with the mask of divinity. And PM Modi will teach you yoga, International Yoga Day on June 2021 or 21st of June. And he has been doing it for last 10 years, making India performance, strength, action best in the world per Modi, PM Modi and followers of PM Modi, millions and millions and millions of followers. And they all say that after following Modi Yoga, we have become best performing action, stamina, strength, and we are winning gold medals in France Olympic 2024. So you can understand what kind of fake news, fake propaganda machine they run, and how they are befooling the world, and especially when they are befooling the world leadership. And the world leadership is always dancing to the tunes of India leadership because they sell snakes oil. Only nation that is perfect in selling snakes oil is India. always selling fake information, always giving false information to people, and basically tarnishing image of minorities religion in India, which is Christian faith, Muslim faith, and Sikh or Khalsa faith. So, folks, you have to be very alert. The world is very dangerous now. I've given you the prediction hashtag MAY 2025 END in July 2024. So, after that event, you have seen already that Pope Francis passed away in nearing about the month of May 2025, and the war started between India and Pakistan. So, much more is going on. Okay, this is my front yard view, folks. I have my cat here, Joycey, who I have taken her out for some time to troll out so that she can enjoy some nature, Mother Nature. And as you can see, the tree above is all blossoming with flowers. And this is a special, I don't know, special tree here or boon, or you can say blessings from Almighty God, that this tree is having more flowers than leaves. Yep, it's a very rare phenomena in nature where you find more flowers and less of petals or less of leaves. And this is what startled me always. Okay, folks, so here you can take a look at my some of my clippings I'm sharing with you. The reason I have to share with you is whenever I'm out, I'm spending some time, 5 to 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. I share these clippings so that sabotaging identity is reduced. People around imposter thugs, racist faces devils association around Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India is well known for running fake fabricated news and running malicious and running human trafficking, sex trafficking, largest prostitution business since 2023. And they have been successful in befooling the whole world leadership, making them look like idiots. Look like idiots. When they come over here, they are hijacked, they are taken hostage. They say, oh, we'll not take you to Surendrajit Singh Rana, whom you want to meet, but we will instead brainwash you and get you raped by our professional rapist. Or if you are a male, then we'll brainwash you, and then we'll try to feed you some false information about sjsrana, original personality Surendrajit Singh Rana, which you can see over here, and we'll revert you back from here, making you fool look like idiots. And then we'll all laugh behind the scene that we have grabbed their money, parcel stuff, shipment, international visa of UK, US, Canada, Australia, the US. They have taken all the visas, and Surendrajit Singh Rana, the original personality, has been giving nothing. So they laugh behind the scene that we have made these people look like idiots, and they called themselves leaders. The leader, they perhaps their leader of idiots. That's what they love, folks. This Galaxy Enclave, terrorism business, hostage business of Jaipur, India, Galaxy Enclave real estate, is laughing behind the scene that we have made all leaders of the world look like idiots, pure idiots, and they're leading idiots perhaps, or they're brainwashed, or they've been witchcraft. So all the females, all the people who wants to come and meet me, they have been taken hostage, like Hamas take hostages, and then they are brainwashed in some villa or some room, and they say, oh, we have already sent message to SJS Rana, Surendra Singh Rana, he may be coming any time. And no message is passed to me ever since 2023. I have never been informed. I am never part of their devil association over here, Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India. Since 2023, I'm not part of them. I'm not being informed. All these racist faces, rapist devils have been raping females since 2023 by making people idiot or befooling them and saying that, okay, SJS Rana, Surendrajit Singh Rana will be visiting. We have informed him. So these people are pure liars, pathological liars, as I keep repeating. Every 8 out of 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against truth tellers and SJS Rana, Surendrajit Singh Rana. Yep. India will be always anti this one personality, SJS Rana. Despite they have done grand larceny, they have taken the shipment, the parcels, stuff, everything like thugs, dacoits, but that's what India is. They are representing India over here, that what India is, what India mindset is. Pure dacoits, grand larceny people, thugs, rapists, racist, fascist, and taking hostage terrorism business. It's called domestic terrorism, real estate domestic terrorism, which India is not at all interested in decimating them. It's only interested in Pakistan and out of other nations to drop bombs over there. And they say, oh, we have killed 50 civilians and 2 terrorists. We have killed 50 civilians and a child and 2 terrorists. We have accomplished major victory with the operation, whatever they call. Sometimes they call Sindoor, sometimes they call Tandoor, sometimes they call uh, who knows what not they have these names for. So, anyways, folks, you got to open your eyes, work for humanity, work for truth, follow the path of truthfulness, or else everything will be decimated by Mother Nature. I take leave over here. You enjoy the clippings and my other. Hi folks, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surendrajit Singh Rana, reporting for April 25th. As well, I'm going to report some clippings of April 22nd sightings because, as you know, every time when I was sighting, I'm seeing around, I share with you so that you are aware what I'm doing, what I'm around for, and the darkness can be dispelled. People spreading misinformation around everywhere over here, Galaxy Enclave Jaipur since 2023 will be dispelled only if I tell you, only if I share these clippings. Otherwise, they are going to ransack everything. The grand larceny in Galaxy Enclave, Jaipur, India since 2023 is gigantic. It's like colossal grand larceny you have never seen. Okay, I also share this statement which I am releasing here, that remember reality is subjective, finding abject reality is our objective. So folks, from here on you will listen for the clippings of April 22nd and then for coverage for April 25th 2025 sightings of sjsrana, Surendrajit Singh Rana, and the details which entails. I also discuss with you world topics.